Salute, comrades. You're now tuned in to the Unchained Truth, Voices from Behind the Walls. I'm your host, William Thomas McCallum Jr., founder and freedom fighter amplifying the unheard voices from within. This is the truth being unchained for those locked away and silenced behind the walls of injustice. The men and women whose voices have been buried beneath steel, stigma, and silence. This is their battleground for truth. Here, no one is overlooked, and their truths aren't ignored, erased, or rewritten. They're raw, unfiltered, and unapologetically real. Whether they're doing time for past mistakes or enduring the weight of injustice, their stories matter, and they will be heard. This is about human lives where dialogue needs to be sparked, reform needs to be ignited, and liberation needs to be demanded. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We're not begging for sympathy. We're building a movement for change. So stay tuned in, stay locked in. This is the Unchained Truth. Welcome to the revolution.
This call is from the North Carolina Correctional Facility.
This interview is more than just questions. It's a platform for truth, growth, and humanity. Every story we hear behind these walls is a story the outside world needs to understand. So to our guests today, thank you in advance for being open, honest, and courageous. This is your space. Your voice matters here. Let's begin. What's your name, your opus number, and where are you from?
My name is Jami Walker. My opus number is 081-5114, and I'm from Gastonia, North Carolina.
All right, Mr. Walker.
This call is from the North Carolina Correctional Facility.
What were you convicted of, and how much time did they sentence you to?
Well, I was convicted of second-degree murder and 2 counts of armed robbery with a dangerous weapon. And I was convicted of, I was given the time of 317 months to 415 months, which come up to 27 years and 5 months and 34 years and 9 months.
How long have you now been incarcerated?
I've been incarcerated like almost 24 years now. September the 6th would be 24 years total.
Okay. How old were you when you came into the system?
I was 14 years old when I first caught the time.
Man, 14 years old. You were 14 years old when you caught these charges?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, man. Whenever they gave you that time at a young age as you were, what were you feeling at that time?
Man, to be honest with you, I was just completely numb. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand anything. I just knew, that they had just gave me some time I couldn't even fathom about doing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even understand that I was a 14-year-old going to be able to do 35 years. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. So I was kind of numb, confused, that's pretty much it, man. I just didn't know, man.
Man, that's crazy that they would give you all that time and keep you at such a young age, man. Like, they ain't had no leniency on you or nothing.
Man, they just made it seem like I was a straight-up hard criminal, man. And the whole incident, what makes it so bad is the whole incident was really a complete accident. It was a freak accident. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go out to, harm nobody or do no damage to anybody or especially, kill nobody. It was just like a freak accident, man. It just happened. You know what I'm saying? They didn't take no leniency. They didn't, try to help me out or, my age didn't play a factor, none of that. It was just straight up, this is a hard criminal. We getting off the street.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, let me ask you something, man. Tell me about your childhood. What experiences and traumas or conditions that shaped your path?
Well, I grew up in a single parent household. My mother, raised us as best she could. She had 3 kids. I got an older sister. Her name's Jami Walker, and I got a younger brother named Walker. And we pretty much had what my mother could provide for us. Something we wasn't poor, but we was right there in the middle. And then just like me feeling like the man of the house, or knowing that I had to be a man of the house, kind of like pushed me out there to try to do some of the things that I was seeing around my neighborhood that the older guys was into, man, and try to provide for my family or give us a little bit more. And, basically, I got tired of my little brother crying a lot, saying that my mama wasn't there. He wanted to see it because she was working so many jobs trying to provide for us. So, I try to, when I was taking it upon myself, get out there and do something, man. And even then, I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't successful with none of it, you know what I'm saying? But I still try, to try to be a man for my family, man. And, it fell into this, you know what I'm saying? I fell into the wrong crowd, dealing with the wrong type of individuals that took my youth and seen it as a prize to do or get away with some of the things that they was going to be able to, they couldn't get away with it because they aged, you know what I'm saying? And they took advantage of that. And, me being so young and dumb to what I was into, I fell for a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? So I was doing a lot of things that the older guys were telling me to do, that they couldn't do. And, it led to me going down the wrong path, the wrong route, man.
Yeah, they were telling you to do a lot of things that they wouldn't do, but at the same time, they were probably thinking that, even though you are juvenile, that you won't get charged as they would get charged if they were to do what they were to do. But come to find out, I did get charged as an adult.
Yeah. And they told me that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys I was dealing with in my neighborhood told me, like, yo, man, you young, there ain't nothing gonna happen to you, man. You know what I'm saying? You did this, we told you to do this, and you done this. And what they do is they get a slap on the wrist. Or we told you to do this, and you did that, man. You got jailed up for it. But
this call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
Yeah, the worst thing that happened to you was you went to a group home. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, a lot of that stuff wasn't true, so it made me believe in the guys that I was dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing that they was further taking attention.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't have your best interests at heart.
Not at all, man, not at all.
Let me change the temperature a little bit, man. Have you lost any loved ones since you've been incarcerated?
And I only got my grandma, man. Like, on my mom's side, she's the only one still living. Both my grandpas gone. My other grandma on my daddy's side gone. And I got a few cousins gone, man. Like, I lost a lot of, and not
this
just,
call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
People that I never dealt with, man. I lost, these are close family members. These are immediate family, you know what I'm saying? That, supported me and held me down and, did what they could for me, even though, I was wrong in what I was doing and what I done. Like, they still were there for me, had my back, and I lost a lot of significant people in my life, man, over the course of the time.
So how did you deal with that grief, being behind these walls?
Man, really, to be honest with you, man, I just kind of like got by myself as best I could, as much privacy as I could have. And, I just cried a couple times, and sometimes, I just, just try to celebrate the life. I couldn't go to none of the funerals. They wouldn't let me go to neither one of the funerals. So, I just kind of like just dealt with it as best I could, man. To be honest with you, I'm still kind of dealing with it. And it's not going to really affect me until I get out there and realize that they're gone, man. I'm never going to be able to see them.
What has your prison experience been like? Because you've been incarcerated, right? You came into the system at 14 years old. And what has your prison experience been like?
Man, to be honest, this has been, I really don't even wish this on my worst enemy, to be honest with you. If I ever had one, I don't really have an enemy, but I wouldn't wish prison on nobody, man. Like, this stuff here, man, like, it's not built for humans, man. I understand some people do wrong things, man, but prison it's not built for us, man. In my my experience has been completely horrible, to be honest with you. You know, my support system over the years ain't what it used to be. The type of things I had to endure from a young age, being thrust into an environment with grown men at the young age, man, like it ain't been good, man. It ain't been good at all, man. I'm still learning after 24 years. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to grow.
So, what's something people on the outside would never understand about prison life?
Just the hard shit, man. They never understand what we really go through here, what we deal with, the adversities that we deal with daily. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not from, you know, your fellow brother hating or your fellow brother, you know, not liking you from this area or you from this type of group or anything like that, man. Like, I don't think they'll ever understand, like, the real hard thing is, like, it's missing your people, man. Like, you're not being around your real true loved ones, man. Like, you're not being around someone that really got your best interest at heart and family. They can never understand that until you don't got them no more. You know what I'm saying? Until they're not around you no more. That's been my biggest issue, man. I was a family guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, my people raised me in the family origin group, so me not being able to be with them and talk to them when I want to, or when they going through something, or stuff like that, man. Like, that's really been the hurtful part for me, man.
Have you witnessed or experienced injustice, abuse, or unprofessional behavior from staff and administration?
Man, daily, man. Like, that stuff happens daily, man. Like, I've seen guys lose their life in here. I've been around guys that lost their life because of the underprofessionalism. I've seen guys lose their life because, you know, it wasn't taken serious. Their life wasn't taken serious. Amongst the people that are supposed to be guarding us or, you know, helping us or rehabilitating us. I've seen serious things happen here, man. You know, that's scary. You know what I'm saying? That make me sit back and think like, yeah, I need to get myself together so I can try to get out of here because these people don't really care, man.
You're definitely right about that. Just went through a situation the other day, about last week, where a guy died in here. And they hit the guy having an issue where he should have been taken to medical, but they bypassed medical, took him to a holding cell, and operations was left sitting there for 2 hours while he was unresponsive. And the man died.
I was just in this block.
Heart attack.
I was just in this block with that. You know what I'm saying? The guy just died in my block not even a couple of days ago. Because, you know, people wasn't taking it serious or the situation serious, man. Like,
yeah,
it was crazy, man. They had us on lockdown because, you know, they didn't do what they were supposed to do.
And that's another thing people on the outside would never understand about prison life. We really have to watch out for one another. We really have to watch each other's backs. We really have to take care of one another. If something seriously happens, we have to really stand up for our brother and be there for him and speak out for him and actually go to bat for him just to give him some help, some assistance.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
And what's so crazy about it, bro, is we get penalized for trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? We get penalized for trying to help on a serious level. You know what I'm saying? Like, they took a couple guys out of here because they was trying to really help. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. Like, they don't really care. They want to cover themselves up, man.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. To cover themselves up for negligence. Because negligence is exactly
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Hey, excuse me, my brother. If you will, figure a call right back. The Unchained truth will continue.
All right.
The Unchained truth continues with my brother Jami Walker. Hey, Mr. Walker, what rights do you think incarcerated people should be fighting for right now?
Man, just prison reform, to be honest with you, man. Like, I think we all should be trying to, you know, get out of here at some point, man. I think, you know, we shouldn't be stuck in here forever, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that we've done so crazy that, or heinous that should make us be in for the rest of our lives or 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't take 30, 40 years to get a sentence. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take 30, 40 years or a life sentence to understand our rights or rehabilitate us as so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the same thing I've been saying too as well. You know, I feel like the most they should give an individual is 20 years. If an individual, if you can't see the rehabilitation or the growth or the change within this individual within 20 years, then okay. You can push it back 5 more years. Give him a chance. Don't sit here and say you're going to give an individual a life sentence and not a second chance at life. You know what I'm saying? Or saying that he's to the point of where he can't even grow. He can't even grow.
Yeah,
He don't have the ability to change.
And see, that's what my whole issue is. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I just want to take a chance, man. From 14, I'm about to be 40 years old, man. From 14 to 40, man.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is graded, so God working his own time, but it didn't take all this time for me to get the picture, man. I can tell you, 10, 15 years in, I understood, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I know. Like,
hey,
man, I know I messed up.
So let me ask you, very well. Actually, if you had a chance to speak to lawmakers or to the public, what would you want them to hear right now?
Just give us all another chance. Just give us a shot, man. Just give us a shot at having another chance, man, because there's so many of us that's been gone so long, or there's so many of us that got that sentence, man. And speaking for myself, man, it's just like, I just want another shot at it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a kid. I ain't gonna say I didn't know no better, but I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? I thought I had life figured out, as all teenagers do. So I really did, you know what I'm saying? So if they could hear me right now, if they can understand me right now, man, I would just say, man, like, just bring about those laws that they trying to change right now, man, give them a prison reform, and just give us a chance, man. You know what I'm saying? If we mess up from there, or like you said, give us a shot at this amount of years or that amount of years, and if we mess up from there and we don't get the picture from there, then you know what I'm saying? So like, man, just give us that second shot, man. Just give us that second shot.
Okay, I wanna ask you, Mr. Walker, who are you today? And how is that different from who you were when you came in?
Who I am today, man, is a grown man that understands what life is about, man, the values in life. I understand what my responsibilities are. I understand what I'm supposed to be doing. I have a purpose. As opposed to when I came in, I didn't know nothing about life. Didn't really understand life. Didn't care about life. You know what I'm saying? I was just living day to day or doing whatever or however it came to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, as a grown man that understand everything, and in the proper word of saying rehabilitated, man, I'm different. I'm completely different. I came here. I started off bad, but I got myself together. I got older and mature. You know what I'm saying? And once I got older and mature, man, like I got my GED started off, started taking college classes and other little courses and things that got. I started taking advantage of some of the things that would help me, in my life, outside of prison. And it really helped shape me to be a better man and understand mentally, what it takes to survive in society, or just survive as a man, period. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to when I first came in, it was just like, all right, whatever, out there in the world, like, all right, but now I got this finish, so, I'm just going to do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was so young and dumb. I was really time definition of young and dumb, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you something, man. I want you to give a message to the youth, because you came into the system at a young age, at a very young age. So what would you say to young people who are out there in the streets right now, being misled or turning to crime because of trauma, poverty, or pressure?
And I would tell them first, man, just to open their eyes and seek the help, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to seek help. Don't be afraid to ask questions, man. Don't be afraid to, be different. Because I was afraid to be different. I was afraid to ask questions. I was afraid that, my fears wouldn't help. Just find your niche, man. Find out who you are. You know what I'm saying? Find out what you want to do in life. Find out what you do and make your family happy. Make you happy and you dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, dream. I didn't have no dream. You know what I'm saying? I never dreamed about.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
I never dreamed about being a mentor. I never dreamed about being an author. You know what I'm saying? I never dreamed about, never dreamed about none of this stuff, man. So dream and live life, man. Just be a kid. You know what I'm saying? If you a kid, be a kid. You have no responsibilities. You have nothing really on your plate to say, let me go out here and do this. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to. No reason to. You know what I'm saying? Just be a kid and dream.
If you could talk to your younger self, what would you say?
Man, just take a step back, man. Just be a family, man. Because your family, no matter what, whether you think it's right or in your eyes, you may be wrong or you ain't hearing it right, man. But just take a step back and listen to your people, man. Because there are some people in your corner that were trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of people in my corner. Man. I had mentors, my mom, my grandma. Like, I had a lot of people in my corner, man, that was telling me, slow down, stop doing this. Boy, you're going to end up right here. You're going to do this. Don't do this to you. And I didn't listen, man. You know what I'm saying? So telling my younger self is just to listen, man. Slow down and listen. Open your eyes and get ears, man. Listen. If the advice and the help you wanted or you needed or you so search for, it's right there in front of you, man. You was speedballing so much, you just didn't listen.
So, at this point in your life, what does a second chance in society mean to you, my brother?
Man, it means everything, man. Like, a second chance in society right now, man, it really will help me solidify myself as the man that I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I can't be the man I want to be here. You know, I can't be the man that I dream of being from here. I have to get out there. You know what I'm saying? I have to show and prove to myself that I can be that man, you know what I'm saying, that I dreamed about. And I can be that man that I want to be. So my second chance in society will be about...
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
And to be honest with you, man, I just really want my mom and my grandma, man. Like, that's what my second chance is all about, man. I set myself down from a lot of things that I was into or thought was right or whatever, however. Man, I said it all, I gave it all up, man. I really want my grandma and my mom, man. Like, those are the two women in my life that's always been here. And those are the two women that I want to get out and show and prove to them that, yo, I'm not that messed up. I'm not that little boy no more. You know what I'm saying? I want to make my mama proud. I want to forever put a smile on her face. And before my grandma hit that grave, man, she's 80 years old. Before she hit that grave, I want to show her that, you know, I changed something. You know what I'm saying? I made something of myself. Those are my motivations, man. That's my second chance. That's why I'm fighting. So I want that second chance for myself as well. You know, I have no kids. I want a family, but you know, be honest with you, man. Like, I want to give back to my mom and my grandma, man, and my sister as well, because my sister's been there too. But my mom and grandma are my motivation.
That's right. That's right. If you were released tomorrow, what's the first thing you would do?
Man, to be honest, I thought about that question so many times, and to be honest, and I would just, like I said, like I was just reiterating, I will get with my mom and my grandma, man, and just hug and love on them, man. Just hug and love on them, and, you know, after that, you know, I try to set forth, you know, put one foot forward in, you know, my business that I want to carry on, and try to help build my life, you know what I'm saying? But the first thing I would do, man, is I would have to go home.
So let me ask you this right here. What's your hopes, goals, or dreams for when you return home?
Man, I want to be a mentor. I got this dream that I'm gonna be not an entertainment speaker, but a motivational speaker. You know what I'm saying? But I really want to be a mentor to the youth, man. I want to show these guys like that they don't have to go down this path. You know what I'm saying? That there's another option. That there's another choice. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if I had that growing up, I probably would have been a little bit different. And not saying I didn't have it, I just didn't have it to the extent that I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a mentor, man, and a motivational speaker, man. I want to help the youth, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to give back that way. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to tell you the truth, my brother. I'm sitting here listening to you, right? You really have a lot to give to the community. You have a lot to give to the youth, especially with your experiences of coming into the system at a young age as yourself did. So, you know, your testimony, man, is very enlightening, and it will be very helpful for the youth out there to listen to what you have to say. And I want to ask you this question right here. I want to ask you this question right here. What do you want the people to remember about you?
was an individual, man, that was knocked down, started off on the wrong foot, but got his life together. And once he got his life together, man, it just became, a philanthropist, a humanitarian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just really want to give back, man. I really want to let my experiences, glory be to God. I want my experiences to be, the teacher. You know what I'm saying? So I really just want people to remember, like, where I came from. It's something like Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? I come from the ashes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to come from the ashes and become someone. And, not just for myself, I want to touch other people, man. I want to touch other people. That's my dream. That's my goal, is to touch other people in life, man. And hopefully, if I can reach one or two, man, change their lives, man, they can reach one or two.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
And it just be a change, you know what I'm saying?
And if you will, my brother, would you please hang up and call right back? The Unchained Truth will continue. Back to the Unchained Truth with my brother and comrade, Mr. Jami Walker. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. This has been a wonderful interview, man. And your testimony, and I'm going to tell you the truth, it has been very inspiring to me myself. And I'm saying, I'm positive that it will be very inspirational to all those out there listening to the words and everything that you had to say today, my brother. And I want to know, is there any last words you would like to share with the listeners out there?
First of all, I just want to thank you for the platform you gave me, man, because I've really been wanting something like this for a long time. I've really been praying to God that I have an opportunity, for my voice to be heard, and so I want to thank you for the opportunity. And any last words, man, I just want to say, man, like, we all ain't hard criminals, man. We all ain't a lost cause, man. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us deserve that second opportunity. And speaking for myself, man, I know I deserve it, man. I'm so ready for it. I'm ready to get out there and show a difference, man, and be a difference. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to put a smile on my family's face. I'm ready to have a family of my own, you know what I'm saying, so I can build up and raise me a king or a queen, you know what I'm saying, as well has me a queen on my side. I'm just ready for life, man. I'm ready to live, man. I've been gone so long, man. I've been down so long, man. It's like, I don't want to give up on it, you know what I'm saying? I can't give up, so I keep fighting, man, until the opportunity presents itself. And for the people that's listening, man, I just hope that, they can help me out as best they can, just lean their
This call is from the North Carolina Correctional Facility.
And I want to state that I have a petition.
This call is from the North Carolina Correctional Facility.
I have a petition there to the governor. They came up with an executive order in 2021, just briefly. 2021, they came up with an executive order to give all juveniles that got locked up before a certain age that has excessive time an opportunity to present their case to the governor to try to get clemency. And my petition's been in for 2 years now. Haven't heard not one word back. Roy Cooper started off, but he pushed it over to Josh Stein now. And I'm just waiting, man. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully somebody can help me. I don't know if it's, talk to the governor, call his main phone. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just really want some help with that, but I'm ready, man. So hopefully I can get some type of help from that, man. Like, I just want to hear from him and see what's going on. But, other than that, man, just want the people to understand, we ain't here, man. We a lost cause, man. Don't give up on us.
That's right. That's right, my brother. Hey, for all you out there listening and everything, man, support my brother. Help my brother. Help liberate my brother. Because he's still a human being. Like my brother said, he's not a hardened criminal. He's a human being. He's a life that deserves a second chance at life. And if you really want to support him, you really want to speak out for him, contact Josh Stein. Let Josh Stein know that you support his brother, you support his journey, you support his truth, you support his testimony, and that you would like to see this brother out of society. So therefore he can be there with his mother, his grandmother, his sisters, and everybody that loves him. Please support my brother, man. And for you, Mr. Jami Walker, Thank you for sharing your truth, your pain, your lessons, and your hope. Here on the Unchained Truth. Yeah. We don't just tell stories, we build bridges. Your words today have the power to reach beyond these walls, to spark understanding, and to remind the world that change is possible. Those listening on the outside, never forget, behind every prison idea is a human being. For those still inside, your voice is still powerful. Your future is still yours. And your story is not over. We see you, we hear you, and we're fighting with you. Thank you, Mr. Jami Walker, man, for this wonderful interview, man. I applaud you, man. I support you in this fight. Yeah. Fight with you, live with you, struggle with you. And I promise you, I will do everything that I possibly can to help liberate you.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Every voice out, man. Every analyst, man. We appreciate it, man. And just all I can say is just watch, man. Once it happens, just watch me come out there and be that light, man. That's all I'm saying. Just watch me come out there and be that light. Give it that chance. That's right. I'm gonna come out there and uplift my community, man.
That's right. Salute to you, my brother. And until next time,
salute, bro.
Peace from the Unchained Truth.